I'm going to show you today how to establish the first row for your number 4 clue for the no Rhinebeck, no mystery knit along number 5. That was a mouthful. But first thing I did is I have my 64 stitches moved onto my ribbing needle. And what I want to achieve with this trick is to have a nice split here, not a wonky split with this ugly, yarn. Just kind of doesn't look very nice and neat, and we want to achieve more or less neat. So that's what I'm going to show you on that first row. So at the very beginning, before you join your new yarn, which I cut my main color, which is this light gray color, is I'm going to lift the left leg of the last stitch on this row onto my left hand needle. So you see this yarn here. So right this last stitch, this left leg of the last stitch is sticking out right there. You're going to take this left leg. My yarn is a tad splitty, but you're going to take this left leg and lift it onto your left hand needle like this. And so you have 2 stitches you can start with and join your main yarn. I'm going to work through this first row in order to show you what we do at the end. It's just easier to show. So now we've lifted, we're going to knit these 2 together and then knit 2 more stitches. So you've got the first 3 stitches are knit stitches, and then you're going to work your 2x2 ribs. So we're going to do purl, knit, purl. Don't mind me, I'm just going to work through this row and show you what we're doing at the end. Don't mind my purl. My purl is Eastern purl. I got a lot of questions about it in my videos. It's an Eastern purl, and you don't have to, obviously, you don't have to purl like me. You purl in your own way. But as long as your purl results in a purl, then you are all good. So I'm just continuing to work this row. It's a nice little trick because you kind of don't have that ugly loose yarn between the 2 split. And it sort of tightens up. Hopefully my rib is in order. Sometimes I work the rib and I get carried away and I don't knit the correct order. All right, so your last 3 stitches that I'm coming to the end here. I'm working a little bit faster than usual to show you this concept. Okay, so I'm going to purl 2, and then the last 3 stitches should be knit stitches, but what we're going to do is we're going to work those 2 as knit, and then I'm just gonna slip the last one on to my right hand needle, sorry. And again, the same idea here at the end is you've got this ugly yarn that you can't really tighten it with anything. You're going to take this stitch here, this last stitch, the right leg this time, and you are going to put it onto your left hand needle and then slide your other stitch next. Okay, so let's try this again. So let's try this again. So I slipped my last stitch, and then I'm going to lift this one and put it onto my left hand needle and then slip this back, and then what I'm going to do is knit 2 of these together as one. And what you see now is you have a much neater join. It's not 100% neat, obviously, but you can tighten it at the end with this end that's left over here. On this side, it's looks like this, so it's much neater. There's no holes. And so that's it. That's your first row established before we start shaping. So I hope you enjoyed it and it was helpful, and thanks for joining the Mystery Knit. Bye.